Reach into your pocket right now. Look at your dime. That profile on the back. That's Franklin Delano Roosevelt. But here's what you don't know. You're looking at the work of a black woman whose name was stolen from history before it could even be written. Selma Hortense Burke. Born December 31st, 1900 in Mooresville, North Carolina, the seventh of 10 children. As a child, she molded clay from riverbanks into figures. By the time she was a teenager, she knew exactly what she wanted to do: create art that would speak to people. According to the Smithsonian American Art Museum, Selma Burke became one of the first black women to enlist in the Navy during World War II. She drove a truck at the Brooklyn Navy Yard. While recovering from a back injury on the job, she entered a national competition to sculpt President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. She won. Here's what happened next, and pay attention, because this is where America chose erasure. Burke wanted a live sitting with the president. Most artists didn't ask. They used photographs. But according to multiple historical sources, including Atlas Obscura and the APMEX records, Selma Burke wrote to the White House requesting to meet Roosevelt in person, and shockingly, they said yes. On February 22, 1944, Selma Burke sat with President Roosevelt. She sketched his profile on a brown paper bag. According to her account, she told the president to hold his head still, and he did. A woman told the President of the United States to sit still, and he listened. That's the confidence of a genius. She returned the next day. I completed the sculpture. By 1945, according to the Smithsonian, President Harry Truman unveiled her bronze relief at the Recorder of Deeds building in Washington, D.C., where it still hangs today. Eleanor Roosevelt initially objected to the portrait because it showed her husband as younger than he actually was. Selma's response? "I didn't make it for today. I made it for tomorrow and all time." She was right. In 1946, the U.S. Mint decided to honor Roosevelt by putting his face on the dime. But instead of crediting Selma Burke, whose sculpture sat in the nation's capital as the official portrait, they hired John Sinnock, a white engraver from the Philadelphia Mint. Sinnock created the dime design. His initials, J.S., appear on every single dime. Now, then here's the controversy they don't teach you. Selma Burke's portrait and Sinnock's dime design look nearly identical. Roosevelt's own son noticed it. Historians noticed it. Numismatists noticed it. The Smithsonian American Art Museum officially credits Burke's sculpture as the model for the dime. But the U.S. Mint? They gave credit and centuries of recognition to Sinnock. According to historical accounts, Sinnock claimed he referenced old photographs and other studies. But the resemblance was too precise, too detailed, too exact. Selma Burke knew. For decades, she knew. According to journalist Stephen Litt's documentation from 1994, just 1 year before she died, Burke said, "This has happened to so many black people. Everybody knows I did it." Everybody knew. The art world knew. The coin world knew. History knew. But America didn't care. Selma Burke founded the Selma Burke School of Sculpture in New York and the Selma Burke Art Center in Pittsburgh. She taught generations of artists. She sculpted Martin Luther King Jr., Duke Ellington, Mary McLeod Bethune, Booker T. Washington. She mentored, she built institutions, she changed lives. In 1979, President Jimmy Carter presented her with the Women's Caucus for Art Lifetime Achievement Award. But when you reach into your pocket and pull out a dime, you don't see her name. She died on August 29, 1995, at 94 years old. Her sculpture still stands in Washington. Her dime still circulates. Her legacy still travels through every transaction in America. Invisible, uncredited, erased. The Smithsonian knows. FDR's son knew. The art historians know. But the dime. The dime carries no trace of her name. No SB initials like Sinnock's JS. No acknowledgement. No justice. This is what it looks like when a woman creates something that becomes immortal, but the world forgets her face. So here's what you do. Next time you hold a dime, remember Selma Burke. Say her name. Share this. Follow for the stories they stole and the names they erased. Because Selma Burke created something that will outlive us all, and she deserves to be remembered while we're still here to say her name.